I get it. If you don't live in New Braunfels and the first time you hear New Braunfels, you're like, New what?
There's only one S in New Braunfels.
You know, it's not Austin, it's not San Antonio, but you know what? That's why so many people move to New Braunfels. In fact, since 2010, New Braunfels' population has doubled. So why are so many people moving here other than the fact that it's in between those two cities? Today we're going to talk about the top 10 reasons people move to New Braunfels. I work with a lot of buyers and I speak with a lot of newbies to town here, and the number one reason, or I should say reasons they give me why they moved here, number one is because it is between San Antonio and Austin and they don't have to deal with the traffic or the higher taxes there. 1A is because of our ultra active outdoor lifestyle. That's why I'm outside all the time. You'd be too. It's 70, 80 degrees and it's in November. So we have rivers. We have two recreational rivers, the Comel and the Guadalupe rivers. You can fish, you can canoe, you can kayak. Tubing, for crying out loud, is very popular here. We have neighborhood parks. We have large parks like the one I'm at today, Landa Park. About 50 acres of mature trees to keep you shaded in the very hot summer. There is a golf course, there are walking trails, there are multiple hiking trails in New Braunfels. We also have designated lanes for bikers. If that's not enough, we have the country's largest water park called Schlitterbahn, where you can spend the entire day getting all kinds of wet down those slides. There's plenty to do outside. The number two reason people move to New Braunfels, especially folks coming from larger cities who are like up to here in cost and taxes, is our lower cost of living. Things like property taxes, insurance, utilities, gas, groceries are 6% lower in New Braunfels than anywhere else in the country. And the biggest number in this whole cost of living equation is housing. The average home sale in New Braunfels is anywhere between $240,000 and $280,000, and that's for 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, anywhere from 1,500 to 2,000 square feet. Now, the biggest reason or reasons housing is so affordable in New Braunfels, number one, there is a new construction boom in New Braunfels. There has been for the last several years, so more available homes for buyers, people like yourself or maybe somebody you know. And property taxes here are among the lowest in our region. I work with a lot of families who have school-aged children, so strong schools are very important to them, and fortunately, we do have them in New Braunfels. We have 2 different school districts serving about 30,000 students. We also have several private schools serving elementary, middle, and high school. Now, a lot of these students, they'll go on to earn their associates, their bachelor's, their master's, their PhD, and we also have about 10 colleges and universities within a half-hour drive of New Braunfels. With the population boom, we've seen shopping boom as well. We have everything here in New Braunfels. You don't have to drive to Austin or San Antonio. We have your independent, small mom and pop retail stores in downtown New Braunfels and the historic district of Green, also near the Creekside area. We also have the big box stores here, you know, the Target, the JCPenney, the Belks, the Best Buy, PetSmart. Like I said, you don't have to drive to San Antonio or Austin and spend hours in traffic. You can do it all here in New Braunfels. There's one thing you won't hear from people living in New Braunfels is, where should we eat tonight? Because we have a ton of options here in New Braunfels. Food that reflects our strong German and Hispanic heritages. In fact, people will drive from cities far away just to taste our authentic German food. We have a ton of barbecue places. It seems like there's one on every corner in New Braunfels. Look to your left, look to your right. We also have a ton of food trucks serving everything from specialty hot dogs to barbecue. New Braunfels is 175 years old this year, and our city does a fantastic job of preserving our history. In fact, that's just another reason why so many people love to live in New Braunfels, our historical charm. Many of our buildings are historical landmarks. It really is a throwback downtown area where you can just park your car and walk to shops, to restaurants, entertainment, theater. We have the Circle Plaza in the center. Also in the center is the gazebo. 2 miles away is the historical district of Green. That's another throwback town. We have the oldest dance hall in Texas. We have the general store. We have bed and breakfasts. We have river restaurants. We have antique shops. So Green and downtown New Braunfels kind of feels like you're living in a whole nother era. Green, downtown New Braunfels draw a ton of families. This year was just a little bit different because of the global pandemic. But in a normal year, look out. We have a ton of festivals and events, including the largest of them all, Wurstfest. Wurstfest is the annual celebration of our strong German culture here in New Braunfels. We also have other events, including Day of the Dead, 4th of July parade, the Christmas lighting, the Christmas parade. We have a county fair. We have a county fair parade. Plenty to do in New Braunfels, and there's a lot going on over in Green as well with the Green Market Day. So between Green and New Braunfels, you're never gonna get bored. We have a lot of job opportunities here in New Braunfels for either people moving to New Braunfels or people living in New Braunfels or people living outside of New Braunfels. In fact, since 2003, New Braunfels has added almost 1,000 new jobs every single year. Manufacturing, retail, restaurants, in the medical field. The average income of a household in New Braunfels is around $72,000. That's $21,000 more than it was in 2010. Dependable medical care is another reason why families choose to live in New Braunfels. We have 2 large hospitals, we have medical centers, we have rehab services, we have emergency services, and many more services, all within close proximity. People are just nice in New Braunfels. I mean, they look you in the eye, they smile, they genuinely care about you like you're one of the family. And we saw this quite a bit at the start of the pandemic, whether it was businesses making lunches for kids in need or small businesses reaching out to other businesses to support one another. People here, they just genuinely care about you. If you think I left something out that somebody needs to know about before they move to New Braunfels, please place your comments in the comment section below. And if you or someone you know is thinking about moving to New Braunfels, I'd love to have that conversation with you. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.